If you're a creative person and you like to make things and you want to make a difference in the world, you'll love it at Sussex.
Studying music at the University of Sussex is a great thing because you can do that as a rock musician, you can do that as a classical musician.
One of the great things about teaching at Sussex is that we have a really energetic and talented bunch of students to work with.
I would expect students to come here with a real curiosity about the media, a curiosity about the world.
We range across all areas really of media and film, and then we have music as well. So we have, for instance, film studies, which is academic study of film. We have media and cultural studies, which look at the importance of media, how media are structured, how central they are in today's society and today's culture. And we have media practice, where students are given the opportunity to make their own media in film, in sound, in interactive media, and in photography. And in music, again, we have a mixture of the academic and the practical. And the practical is both traditional music and digital music. So it's a broad range of activities. And it does mean that when you come onto your degree, you can specialise, but you can also get the opportunity to look at another area of the school. So if you're doing film studies, you can also learn to make films. If you're doing media studies, you can make digital media products, or you could do some film studies or some music, and so on. So we think we have both the benefits of focus and a very rich environment for students to draw on.
I think one of the things about coming to study at Sussex is that you're going to be taught by people who are researchers. All of us are research active, and we have a very good reputation for our research. And it means that you're going to be taught by people who are actually writing the books, who are engaging in some of the leading debates in the field at the moment. And I think that that brings a real sort of freshness and urgency to the kind of way in which we teach and in which we engage with our students.
Sussex is a brilliant university with a great heritage, and especially for media, it seems to be one of the best for media when I was applying. And Brighton especially is just an amazing place to study media and cultural studies. There's just so much around, there's so much life, there's so much culture, and it's just perfect.
I think the reason you'd come to Sussex is if you were interested in looking at the media in the round. So we'll offer you ways of thinking about the media as economic entities, as having political or sociological impact, looking at them as texts and the way in which they inform our sense of ourselves and our sense of identity and even our sort of dreams and desires. And I think we take that whole holistic approach and give you a really profound understanding of the difficulty and the challenge of media in the modern world.
I did have other options of other unis to go to, but I definitely feel I've made the right choice with Sussex, especially just living in Brighton, and the whole campus itself is just perfect.
So looking back over my 3 years at Sussex, I think the main things that I've learned is how to develop my literacy skills in script writing, as well as writing as a critique and critiquing certain areas of film. And I definitely wanted to pursue a sort of writing about it as well as the making the films. And one of the best ways to do that was to take options that suited me as well as suiting what I wanted to do in my career. And I was able to write several papers that excelled my expectations of what I could do. So I was very happy to sort of delve into areas that I didn't really know about before.
One of the exciting things about film studies at Sussex is that we have a combination of looking at well-established traditional approaches to film and also interesting cutting-edge new approaches to film studies. So we might be looking at traditional cinemas, established cinemas like Hollywood, British cinema, but also looking at cinemas you might not have come across in detail before, like cinema from Latin America, from Asia, experimental cinema, avant-garde cinema. And the techniques we use are cover a wide range, so we'll be looking at the history of film, the politics of film, and we're using a range of different approaches in terms of technology as well as traditional ways of writing about film.
I think the main thing that I can take away with what I've studied and what I've done is the conversations that I had with my tutors and the people I was able to talk to, the people I was able to socialise with, the general atmosphere of where I was working and studying. And yeah, it was just, being at Sussex is a superb place to really explore what you want to do, and a great opportunity to get your thoughts together about the future and get work done and get a portfolio built up for where you want to take it into the future. And it's really helped me with everything, with setting up my future career. And the degree has been such an amazing experience for me, and it's just really helped me to understand where I want to go in the future and where I want to pursue my career in film.
One of the benefits of coming to Sussex and being taught by top quality cutting edge researchers is that you get to benefit from their expertise, and you get to benefit from that in terms of the course design, the new courses that our staff are innovating, but also in terms of the way that they push you to develop your own talent and your own potential. It's not just about being fed information by those researchers, it's also about developing your own skills and depths.
But I was shown around by one of the members of staff, one of the technical members of staff, and I absolutely loved it. And I thought it was, that he had such passion for the course and for the university and the facilities and things like that. And that passion really has shone throughout my 3 years of the degree.
I think media practice at Sussex is unique. We offer the Sussex experience, a rich interdisciplinary and intellectual experience with very hands-on practical teaching on our degrees. Students work from the very first year across a range of media. They gain exposure to photography and to video, as well as to working with sound and radio and different forms of digital media and design. And they go on to do work placements, to work with industry partners, and to develop their own work for exhibition. There is no university like Sussex that offers such a kind of practically focused and rich program that has real industry contacts.
You can see them if you know where to look. The woods are full of magic.
When I first came to university, I was more focused on the practical side of the course, but I really started to enjoy the theory of the course because it really helped me to understand film in a broader way, and it opened my understanding of film, and even the way how I make films now kind of changed through the theory courses. And I think the combination of theory and practice really helps you to be creatively more engaged and inspired.
You can come here and make projects that you haven't even yet imagined, and we'll help you get those projects into film festivals, into competitions, and out into the wider world. And when you graduate, you leave with a Sussex degree. What better way to prepare yourself for a life of continued success?
When I first came to Sussex in the open day, we had a look around the area, and I was kind of really happy finding out where I'd have my lectures and seminars and where we did performances and everything. And we had a trial seminar which I found really engaging.
The music department at Sussex University is excellent for 20th century music studies and contemporary music studies of all kinds. We're very inclusive. We look at all sorts of styles of music. Another really great thing about Sussex is that if you're an instrumentalist, you can come here and do performance as part of your degree. If you're a classical musician, you get to study at conservatoires in London as part of your programme.
As a performance student, I've been entitled to lessons at the Trinity Conservatoire in London, and that's been really, really good for me because it's helped kind of complement my studies, and I've had really professional tuition from like a world-class concert pianist.
I think music at Sussex is great because of the accent on 20th century music and contemporary music studies of all kinds, but of course that's always in the context of practical work of making and creating and performing, and so it's brilliant to be on a campus in such beautiful surroundings and close to Brighton, which is really a mecca for culture and artistic activity of all kinds.
I think that the fact that the school has 24-hour access system, it means that students can effectively own this space when there aren't any other tutors in it. And there is a definite collective sense of students helping one another. And I think that that is fed through the degree programme. I mean, we are taught by the tutors, but there is so much self-help out there and so much use of the facilities and each other. And I think that is such a positive thing about Sussex.